There's no one else like him that at the time that I knew of, for sure.
Yeah.
I think he's kind of created a thing where a lot of kids are trying production on their own now. So I wouldn't be surprised if all throughout the suburbs of like Virginia and Maryland, there's all these other.
He was really good 4 or 5 years ago when I met him. He's just been doing it nonstop since then too. So it's like he's just gotten better and better.
Yeah, but he's like an extreme example of like a self-made, like if he didn't have the resources to get the software or hardware, he'd download it. Like, I mean, he had a custom PC that he built. It wasn't anything like, he just kind of shows that you don't need, even though he's got some amazing gear, you don't necessarily need all that stuff to produce a good result. You just have to have the drive to do it, you know?
Yeah. What happened with the audition then?
He didn't make the cut.
At the time, it was just Misha, Tom, and this other guy, and they were like 20 years old, and I was like 26 or something like that. And I was just not trying to hang out with 20-year-olds at the time.
Wow, it's like that.
The truth comes out.
Yeah, it was just like I was just at a different. I don't know. It was cool. They were great. I was like, wow, this is really talented. This is hard music, but I was just yeah.
I mean, they've evolved so much now. Like, they no longer have that previous singer. They have a new one.
Right. Yeah. So it's like they've gone
Periphery, as you know, now is in a more developed state than back
then. They didn't have Jake or Alex.
Or Matt.
Misha was just coming over to the guitar. He was a drummer first, from what I believe, and he was just starting to write and get his guitar stuff. Yeah. I went to the audition and it was like, maybe not.
So you guys kept in touch, and then you guys just linked up for the first record. How did that work?
He remained someone, because I remember hearing his music and feeling like beyond the production skills and all that stuff, like the songwriting was really good. He made musical choices that I thought were really solid. I liked his approach. So upon meeting him through that, like, we just kind of stayed in touch. I was touring in my band Reflux and all this stuff, but long story short, it got to the point where I was working on my album with another producer. It all went to shit. I didn't want to use any of it, and I was like not going to put out the Animals as Leaders album at all. And I was still friends with Misha, and I was just like, hey dude, do you want to like just retrack the album with me? Like, do you want to do it? Do you want to produce it? And he was like, sure. So I literally like went over to his apartment every day for like 2 or 3 weeks, and we just did it together, like collaboration style. Like I tracked the riffs in, he programmed all the drums, he'd have musical ideas for the arrangements. So it was very collaborative, and that's kind of what you hear on that first album.
In terms of songwriting, did you guys have the same ideology?
Oh dude, it was pretty eerie. Like, I remember tracking with him, like I didn't have to explain any of the riffs. Like he just knew exactly what should go where. So it was one of the most seamless musical collaborations I've ever had, for sure.